I'm asked all the time, how do I fold a napkin so that it has a little special presence at a place setting? So I'd like to show you 3 folds today that would work for a formal dinner party, even a casual supper. But they're folds that will accentuate a plain napkin. If you have a print napkin, we could kind of feature something about that napkin. But it's, as you sit down, as a guest sits down, they're seeing a fold that shows attention, and it's also something that's a little out of the ordinary, and it makes the place setting special. Now, most of you have plain, say, white or ivory napkins. You might even have some with some detailing, hem stitching or something on it. So I'd like to show the first fold would be called the cummerbund fold, like a gentleman's tuxedo cummerbund. That it's a simple side, but it ends up with a very nice, neat fold featuring some of the napkin detail, and it even has a couple of pockets that I'll talk to you about in a moment, about giving you some ideas what to do with those pockets. So here's how we start. Clean hands, and we lay out the napkin flat on the table. So you start with a nice clean napkin, and one that's been pressed so that you don't have little wrinkles throughout, because you want a nice crisp finish when you're through with the fold. So here the napkin is, we put our 3 fingers right under, and we want to kind of lift and bring up and make a line there. Great thing about hem stitch napkins is you can use this hem stitching as a guide, because you want it off of this line here. Reach now, you want to support this, reach under the napkin completely and go up with another pleat. Reach under the napkin, and you want to hold these in position, the forefinger here, and you want to do a final pleat. And there, if you look, looks like a gentleman's cummerbund. You want to lightly press down just to hold the pleats in place. We'll flip the napkin over. And here, because we're going to put it on top of a dinner plate, I want you to take 1/4 of the napkin, put your hand there, fold over, again, and finally over. And there you have a perfect cummerbund fold. We haven't lost the detail of the napkin. It's nice and neat, and then we've created these 2 little pockets, which you could use. You could tuck an herb or a flower in there. Or, what's really nice is that a place card can be centered right there for your guests to see for the perfect napkin fold, cummerbund fold. Another napkin fold, one that's really simple, we call it the simple bar fold. It works best for napkins that are maybe two-toned. In this case, there are 2 distinct colors on either side, or for printed napkins with 2 sides. It ends up being a little larger fold that covers most of the dinner plate, but it goes a long way in adding both color and featuring the patterned fabric or the patterned colors. So let me show you how to do this. So here we have a napkin with 2 distinct colors. One side is lime green and the other side is a hot pink. Now, I want ultimately the bar in the center of this fold to be the lime green. So the lime green color is up. Simple fold with about 3 creases. One, we want to take this side and move it to the center, and we reach to the far side, coming in about 2 inches, and we want to pick it up and pull this to a center bar. Finally, we fold the napkin in half, and there you have the simple bar fold. Let me show you done with a different colorway. Same napkin. Now hot pink is up, so you know right from the beginning you're going to have that hot pink bar down the center. We go 1/2 in, and we go 2 inches from the end, do a little crimp to create our bar, and there you go. You can also watch as you're pulling the bar in to make sure you've got equal widths of the color, and there's our simple bar fold with a 2-sided napkin. So here's the simple bar fold with a patterned napkin. In this example, we have a dark brown back and we have a patterned side. Now I'm going to want a chocolate brown band down the center. So we start with the chocolate brown side up. We fold toward the center. We go in 2 inches from the side to create the bar, looping over. There's our chocolate bar. We check the measurements here. We fold in half. And there with a pattern napkin, you see that we actually now are seeing all all sides of this napkin. We see the beautiful brown and the patterned sides. So here's a napkin fold that we call the festive fold with angled pockets. This is the way it looks when we get finished folding the napkin. It really works well for napkins with two sides, a print and a solid, but it also could be done for solid too. Let me show you how to do this. Now, I ultimately want, as you saw earlier, the white side of the napkin up, and that we kind of give a peek to the plaid side. You want to fold the napkin into a big triangle, perfect triangle, and at this point make sure that all seams line up perfectly. You don't want any overlapping. We want to bring this corner down to the center of the line here. Again, smoothing out neatly and making sure all lines are neat. Now we're going to flip the entire napkin over. It's important to remember you're putting the point down. Now with this trapezoid shape, you want to take two fingers roughly in from the corner and bring it in. Notice the little triangle up here. That's a guide to let you know that you've done the right fold. Again, two fingers roughly here. I'm going to bring it over. And where's my little triangle? Right there. Excellent. We want to fold the napkin now in half. Now we turn it this way. So there we have the festive fold with the angled pocket. And now to give it a little fluff so that we can also see the pattern, you want to pull down the little ears right here. And there you can adjust it as you see fit. But it's always really nice that they're all kind of kicked out here to the side. That's what makes this napkin fold really interesting. With this angled pocket, again, this is something suitable for a place card, a sprig of herbs. You could even put a Peruvian poppy to make that napkin fold and place setting extra special. So here are 3 napkin folds to have fun with, and they'll complete a beautiful place setting for your guests.